Hi everyone, this is Ingrid from Old Town Charm, and today I'm going to be doing step-by-step hot process. I wanted to start with heating up my oils. A lot of you have asked me, how is it that you do the fluid hot process without a crock pot? First, I'm going to do the following. Print out my soap calc, get all my ingredients ready. Now, this is the important part. Once you have the percentage of either ounces or pounds of all the oils that you're going to use, you're going to take your scale and your pot. Now I'm using a stainless steel pot because I am going to heat this up with an induction stove top. So here what I'm doing is I'm going to take my almond oil, which is only 4 ounces that I'm going to use, and add it to my pot. Then my olive oil. And I first start with all my liquid oils, and I go down the list of my soap calc measurements that I got from soapcalc.com. I highly recommend you use this because it gives you the exact measurement to make your soap and the exact amount of water and lye to use. I am using 5% super fat, and I'm also I think I did 35% of lye water solution. So here I already added my olive oil, my sweet almond oil, my castor oil. Next thing is my coconut oil, which are my solid oils. And then I'm going to be adding my sustainable palm oil. Once I finish adding all my oils to the pot, I let it melt. I take advantage of this time and prepare measuring my fragrance and any other ingredient that I will be using. So for this, this is going to be all natural, sweet almond, honey, oats soap. So I'm going to be using fragrance from Aztec Candle, almond. And the other ingredient that I'm going to be using is sodium lactate. And then also I will be using Greek yogurt. I also forgot to mention, I'm also going to be using honey and also the oats. So the induction stove that I have here, melting my oils, I got this from Amazon. I think it's the brand Home, and I love it. And this is the only time I use heat. Once this reaches around 200, I stop it, and I take the induction oven away from the table, and this is when I prepare my fresh lye water solution. So before I mix, I go back to my soap calc, and I already measured my purified water, and now I'm looking at how many ounces of lye I need to make my batch of fresh lye water. So now that I prepared my lye water solution, I'm going to check the temperature, and it's 205. Sorry, I'm checking for my camera angle. And then my oils were at 179, so I let my lye water cool down a little bit. And then this is when I mix it. And this is why I don't need a crock pot or the induction stove anymore, stovetop, because at this temperature, both lye water and oils, when it mix, it does make a chemical reaction. Plus the speed of the blender, I can't speak today, I just have a candy in my mouth, makes the process faster. So this is why some people call it fluid hot process, some people call it a variation of hot process. It is still hot process. This is not going to be like a cold process that it's creamier and softer, and it'll take time, maybe 24 hours to be done, but still needs to cure for 4 to 6 weeks. This, once it's all blended together and it goes to 1, 2, 3 phases the same time, in less, I would say maybe between 30 to 45 minutes. It's never, I hear a lot of people saying 10-minute fluid hot process or 10-minute hot process. I've never achieved this in 10 minutes. I've only achieved maybe the fastest I've achieved is in 30 minutes, but never in 10 minutes. So now that I finished blending, I cover it. As I mentioned before, I blend until it's like medium trace, and then I cover it just to maintain the heat, and then let it go and make its reaction until you see this. And I love this part. I'm going to be quiet so you can see this. And this is what I love about hot process. Not only is that you can achieve a soap in 45 minutes, but you can see all the phases right in front of your eyes. With cold process, you have to cover it, and you don't see the gel phase. You don't see how you can feel it. Sometimes I felt, I've touched my mold in my box and it's hot, but I could never see the reaction. But with hot process, you can see all of this. You can see when you mix, those little bubbles are, bursting with hot air. You can see the eruption. So all of this I love. Something that we all have to notice is even though the consistency is different, even though it's stickier, it's thicker, the color has changed, you're still not 100% sure if this is soap. Look at your soap batter. Right now, I'm looking at a reaction, so I know this has not finished all its phase. This is not soap yet. Even though we have achieved a different texture and color, you still have to look at a few factors. 1, temperature. If it's still rising, this is not ready. 2, if you see, just like right now, another reaction, another volcanoing, this is not ready. The pH, also, if you take a little strip of pH and you test this, it's not ready. Once you have a change of color, a change of texture that looks more like Vaseline, it's not moving. That means no more eruption. That means no more breaking up the triglycerides. Everything is done. Saponification is done. Your pH strip says, it's right there on point with pH. Then yes, you cover this and you cool it down. This is soap. This is when exactly it's soap. No more reaction. pH is perfect. You cover it and wait until it cools down so you can add your other ingredients. Here I'm adding my sodium lactate and I'm going to mix it with my soap that's already done. And I'm going to add also my Greek yogurt. And this is just what makes it so moisturizing. Apart from, I'm using great oils, this is also a key component to make it more of a moisturizing soap. Sodium lactate is a teaspoon per pound, so I have 6 teaspoons. And Greek yogurt, I use 3 to 4 big spoons. And when I say big spoon, it's just regular spoons, not teaspoon. Tablespoons for mixing 6 pounds. So now I add my raw oats, and I've had other people say, why don't you put your oats in water? It's softer that way. But my customers love the exfoliation they get from the raw oats. I personally use this soap and I love it. I feel like I exfoliate my skin, it cleanses my skin, it moisturizes my skin, so I just leave it the way it is. But of course, you do it the way you like. It's your soap that you're making. You use the ingredients that you want. Just make sure that all the ingredients that you're using are skin safe and that every fragrance that you're using are skin safe. I'm using almond fragrance oil, and just make sure that everything that you put on your soap, you read the labels and it's not harsh chemicals. The most important thing about making homemade anything is that you want to make sure it's chemical free, it's not harsh, and it's good for your skin. I'm talking about good for your skin. I'm adding my honey here. Now, of course, I measure my honey. I eyeball it now, but normally it's 2 to 3 teaspoons of honey, and I add it to this batter, and it's just perfect. So now it's time to go ahead and mold. And because of the sodium lactate and because of the Greek yogurt, this is very easy to mold. If I wanted to make 3 colors or 4 colors and mix them together, this will be perfect. I can still work with this. If I want to do a drop swirl or a hanger swirl or any type of design, I can do this. I can make probably like a rainbow soap with this. As long as I tap my mold and align it well, make sure that everything is aligned, I can maybe do 1 or 3 or 4 or even more. It depends on the amount that you pour and how level it is. And there's different ways to do hot process. But in order to be more fluid, I would say definitely use the Greek yogurt and the sodium lactate. I love how this turned out so beautiful. You can see the honey in the middle and strings of honey everywhere, and the oats. This is all made natural, no colors. Everything that you see here is just natural ingredients, and the colors are just made from the natural ingredients. Nothing There's no micas, no glitter. This is all 100% natural. I hope you enjoyed this video. I promise that I will start making more colorful soaps and using different ingredients and also different colors. But I wanted to make really good beginner soap tutorials for you guys. I've learned from so many other YouTubers that I really wanted to make sure that I explain well how to do soap. I think that I'm not about competition. I'm about, learning, and I'm about to teaching. And if I know something that it's great for you, it's actually beneficial, I'm gonna teach it. I'm gonna show a tutorial about it. I'm no expert, but whatever I can do to put a smile on you guys or to take your minds away from things, I'm going to try my best. I'm going to try my best to give you more soaps. Hopefully soon I'll do candle videos. Once I feel comfortable, maybe do more tumbler videos. I am a true beginner on tumblers and wine tumblers, but I love working with resins, so I might be showing more videos of that too. Actually, why don't you just comment down below and tell me what you want to see more. If it's more soap videos or more wine tumblers or resin artwork or anything else, just let me know. I am really honestly learning everything as I go. As I mentioned, I'm not an expert on anything. I've learned to do this just because I just love doing natural stuff and DIYs, and it entertains me. I hope I'm entertaining you too. So I will hush now, let you finish see the process of cutting the soap and then the pictures at the end. If you like this video, please leave a comment, a like, and share. Also subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet. If you want to see more videos, go ahead and click the notification also, so once I put a new video, you can get a notification about it. Thank you guys, and stay safe, and I promise I will change this horrendous angle. All right guys, have a good day. Take care. Bye bye.